I've already done a handful of comparison videos before, but I don't think most of them had this much of versatility in them. Now, these earphones are nearly priced similarly. The IMR R218 that I believe is one of the best $500 earphones in the market is priced at around 400 euros, which converts into, I believe, 440 $450. Then let's go through the driver configuration too. So IMR R218 has a hybrid driver, one 13mm 8-in driver which is responsible for the bass. Then there is a piezo electric ceramic driver which is responsible for the mids and highs, or partially mids and highs to be precise. Now moving on to the Jomo Percussion 3. This is a basic hybrid earphone, one dynamic driver and two balanced armature earphone drivers. This one is priced at around 700 Singapore dollar or 500 USD. This is slightly different in build quality as this because of the slightly semi-custom type of design. The FiBi 3 is one of the best earphones in this price range, priced at around 525 euros, or you can say $580, 80, 75. It fluctuates a bit. This one is the smallest earphone in this comparison. Yeah, the smallest, I think. Yeah, I probably think this is the smallest. Even though the IMR is slightly oddly shaped, I find this to be much more comfortable than it looks and slightly more comfortable than the FiBi 3. The reason behind I find it more comfortable is because of this cable guide, the wire inserted cable guide, which is kind of a pain. It's really troublesome. Yeah, when you are paying around $600, 500 euros for an earphone, you do not want this type of things. But I would like to believe that FiBi is not exactly keen on changing the cable, because the cable sounds good. The cable doesn't sound bad. But then again, look at the IMR cable. It's a beautiful cable. I really like this cable, and the pure copper cable really takes out the bass from the dynamic driver, and it's really thumpy. We will go into the sound later, but then again, we've had the cable. Look at the beautiful color of the IMR cable. It's very good. It looks nice. The finishing is very good. It looks much more premium than this $600 earphone. That's really crazy around here. And another great thing about the IMR is that you can tune it to your liking. The nozzles and filters to tune the sound to your preference. Then, to surprise you, there is a balanced cable in the package. You get a 2.5mm balanced cable with the IMR R218. With most of the IMR earphones, if not the cheapest ones, they ship with two cables. It's a beautiful looking cable when compared to the Jomo, which doesn't have wire inserted into its cable guide. The IMR still is a bit more comfortable on the ear, but when it comes to comfort, it has to be the Jomo because of the semi-custom type shell. It's a beautiful looking earphone. It fits really snug and looks fantastic, to be precise. Good looking earphone, sounds even better than what it looks like. Now moving on to the sound quality. As I said, these are fairly different earphones. The FiBi 3 is a 3BA earphone, one for bass, one for mid, one for high. Then the Jomo is hybrid. This one is hybrid too. These are on the bassier side. Even though the FIBA 3 is kind of regarded as a musical sounding earphone, the bass of the FIBA 3 is much more concentrated towards the sub bass. The mid bass is slightly lacking with body, the roundness is not exactly there. It's fast, not the fastest when it comes to BA based earphones, but it still is fast, but not really fast enough. Now moving on to the Jomo Percussion 3, the dynamic driver has very good sub bass. The sub bass is fantastic, and the mid bass is much more in line with the sub bass emphasis. It's not lacking with body or fullness. It's much more rounded. The slam is bigger. The kick is there. It moves good amount of air too, and it really have that slight bit of texture to it. The layering and intricacy is much more there. Now moving on to the IMR can be bassy. If you decide to go with the red or black nozzles, IMR can be bassy. IMR can pound. Really, the slam can be huge. It really one of the bassiest earphones in this price range. It can be really bassy. The bass can be very high, but with the purple or say the pink nozzle, the bass is tamed. There is good amount of sub bass. The mid bass is really rounded, and the amount of texture is very good. It just slightly lacks a slight bit of layering. It's a slight bit of layering, but when it comes to the amount of slam and the kick, it's really wholesome. Now moving on to the mid range, the FIBA is slightly V-shaped. I don't know why, but to keep things more musical, maybe they have managed to make it slightly on the recessed side. I do not find this to be very engaging. The vocals are very good. There is a lot of details. The tonality is fantastic. The timbre is very natural, but then again there is a bit of sharpness missing. The sharpness is slightly missing on it. I really find it to be not very precise. The precision is slightly missing, and the notes do not have that kind of depth to it. It's slightly missing with depth, or else it's very good details, and the tonality is one of the most natural in this price. And now moving on to the Jomo has a bit more notes depth. There is a bit more energy. It feels really exciting. There is a bit more excitement to it. The notes are very agile and lively. It's one of the most detailed earphones I have tried in this price range. It feels very, very lively. The only problem I find with this is that the vocals are more in the head, whereas the FIBA has the vocals slightly out of the head. The Jomo has the vocals placed right inside the head, which is not bad. If you have not tried a lot of earphones, you will not find that to be a fault by any means. But if I have to nitpick, because it has everything going for it, it has a lot of details. The tonality is fantastic, slightly sharper, a bit more energetic. It's fantastic. If I have to pick something, I'll have to say nitpicking to be precise, but yeah, the Jomo's vocals are slightly more in the head. Now moving on to the IMR, it has a vocal projection fairly out of the head, and the stage is very big. Mid-range stage is huge to be precise. There is a lot of air, but the main problem with the IMR is that it doesn't have that kind of sharpness, that kind of bite or attack to it. It still is good, but there is a bit of micro details which is missing, I have to say. Yeah, missing, obviously. It doesn't have that kind of bite or attack to it. It's still is very good. Now moving on to the upper mid region, none of these earphones have any trouble with upper mid. They are not sibilant or anything. There isn't excessive energy. Yeah, this one can feel, the Jomo can feel slightly more energetic than this too, but I do not find it to be bothering at all. There is no sibilance to worry about. Now moving on to the treble region, I have to say Jomo has very good amount of details. The treble details is fantastic. It has good amount of spark. The extension is fantastic. It has very good amount of layering and separation. The instruments have very good placement, and there is very good amount of air in between instruments. It's really precise. It sounds fantastic to be precise. I really like the presentation here. Slightly on the energetic side, very much detailed. The details are very good to be precise. I really like this. Now moving on to the P/3, if you have watched some of my reviews or comparison videos which includes this, I'm a fan of the P/3's treble. It has exceptional extension and it really feels like there is a endless extension. The energy from the lower treble rises or maintains it till the end. It doesn't lose any amount of treble energy or forwardness. It is not really sharp. There isn't a lot of sharpness there, but it doesn't lose the treble energy, and that's a fantastic thing. It really feels like there is a extension which is endless. It really one of the most highlight feature of the P/3. Now moving on to the IMR. IMR is very good extension too, but it slightly is dull when compared to this shining earphones. The IMR is kind of dull around here. It's slightly less exciting. The spark is slightly missing there. I'm not worried about that, but it doesn't feel that much engaging. The engagement is not very intriguing to me. If you are someone who like your trebles on the smoother side, you will like this. You will really like this. This is very good, and the stage size is exceptional. Now I have been talking about the IMR stage size, but are these earphones bad? Is the Jomo bad? No, Jomo is not bad by any means. Jomo has a very good stage too, slightly smaller than the IMR, around 10 to 15% smaller than the IMR, but it still is small. I have to put it out, but yes, it still is smaller. The IMR is huge, one of the biggest stage I have heard in this price range. Jomo, in its first impression, I really thought that it might have that kind of stage which will beat the IMR, but no, IMR still is bigger when it comes to stage size. IMR is just huge. The open back can be responsible for that, but still then that is its design, slightly open back design, which gives it that huge stage size. Now the problem with the P/3 is that it has a very good stage, but the width and height is kind of missing. There is good amount of depth. It has very good amount of depth, to be precise, because of the treble extension and the maintained energy, but the width and height is not exactly that. It's much more of a conical type stage, which is not really rounded. These two are really rounded when it comes to stage size. IMR, R2 and Jomo are fairly rounded, very rounded to be precise. That they don't lack width or height, and depth is very good too. This one has similar depth, but the width and height is kind of missing. Now I think I touched every point in this comparison video: stage, lows, bass, mid-range, vocals, treble. If you have any question, if you think that I've missed something, if you want to know more about any of these earphones, drop me a question. I'll be very happy to help you guys. If you want any advice, feel free to ask. If you watched till the end, thank you for watching. Have a nice day, fantastic day. Enjoy, stay safe.